Hello and welcome to this video on understanding how the aura or energy around the person who is an enlightened master is. We all know that we carry with us an extension to our physical being in the form of energy. We have an auric field, an energy, a persona, right? So we are not just a physical being, we also have an extension to our physical, which is what we call as the aura. That is walking with us like a shadow, right? Day and night we carry this auric field around us. Now, it's very simple to understand it because once you walk into a room full of people, you will notice that there are some people who have this presence about them, right? Their personality exudes beyond their spaces. It's beyond the body language they use. It's beyond the gestures they use. It's beyond the eye contact. It is something that one carries around, an auric field, an energy that's an extension, right? So when you walk into a room full of people, you will notice some people have this expanded aura about them and some people have this diminished aura around them. But when you walk into the presence of an enlightened master, a yogi, right, a spiritual guru, or an evolved person, self-realized, self-actualized person, now these people have a certain kind of aura and energy about them, right? So let's get down to understanding what is this auric field like with different kinds of people. Then we will reach in the end of this video how an enlightened master carries his energy field around him. Now there is one category of person who is totally unaware of the spiritual nature of his existence. He's just a physical being, like a lot of people in this space, transacting their lives just as a physical being, completely unaware of the energy that they carry and the energetic space or the spiritual space or the world of the spirit. Now these people go about their entire life not knowing that their energy field is being affected by other things and they are affecting the other beings from their energy, projection of their energy. They just go through life completely unaware. Right? A less aware person, a less conscious person is just transacting his life. He is getting dented from all sides. You know, his energetic field around him is getting dented. And he is going through life unaware. And he is just accepting in his plate the problems, the misfortunes, the blocks that he carries. And he's just struggling to come out of it. And he's just going through his entire lifetime without being aware. Then there is this other kind of individual who is more self-aware, who is more self-realized, who understands the spiritual nature of our existence as much as the physical nature of our existence. He knows, he understands energy, he understands how he or she is affecting others through the projection of their auras. He understands how other entities, other beings are affecting, situations are affecting his aura. So he tries to be clean, a cleaner person. He tries to think straight. He tries to act through noble gestures. He is more philanthropic. He understands that it need not be just a transaction or give and take. It's also an exchange of energy that is taking place in the living experience. Now this person somehow is aware not to dent the energy by going to or being involved in situations that dent his energy. So he avoids those things and he chooses to do things that serve him, enhance his energy further, or where he can share the light that he is carrying within to others. Now there is the first person who is completely unaware of anything to do with spirituality or energy, who is living life, struggling through life, and just surviving through life. And there is this other individual who is a little more self-aware and understands that he carries an energy body around him, but he is not a master to understand, manipulate, work with the energy. But he knows how to preserve his energy, and he is doing his best in whatever he knows and he understands. Then comes the master, a master who has understood the spiritual nature of our existence, who has experienced the idea of being spiritual, who understands the play of energy as much as the physical, right? Who understands the aura, the auric field of self and others, who is working in this space and knows what to do with his own auric field and the auric, how to deal with the damages and dents caused by accidents in life as you interact with people. So there is this master. Now, what is the energy and auric field of this master? The master we are speaking could be a high saint, could be a person who is totally in the space of self-realization, actualization, a spiritual guide, a guru, a shaman, or many light workers. There are many today as the spiritual evolution is taking foot. There are many that are in this space. Yeah. In the past, we can think of people like the Buddha, Jesus Christ, Prophet Muhammad, and the like, So what is the energy around them? It is said the energy around an enlightened being is in the shape of a toroidal energy field. The toroidal energy field, okay, is this energy field around us like a sphere. Yeah, the size of the sphere can vary vastly based on how powerful and how realized you are. But the energy around you is that of a toroidal energy field. The image of the toroid is right here. You can have a look of what this toroidal energy field looks like. It's just spinning fields of energy, circular spinning fields of energy around, creating a complete sphere with a hollow in the middle, right? A void, a vacuum in the middle. This is exactly the energy that you will notice when you map the energy around a top. A top that spins. As you let it loose on the floor, it starts to spin, and when it is in full torque, that is, when it's gone to spinning at its full capacity, then you will see that the top appears to be very static. It's just there. It doesn't totter about and fall. It is, when it is in high torque, just existing like it is standing upright on its own. It's visible as if it's standing on its tail. Right? So what happens is the energy around that top is that of the toroidal energy field, spinning circular motions of energy that's going all around, creating a sphere. And a halo at the center. The halo at the center keeps the top from tottering around, falling down. It just maintains it in an upright position. Now this is exactly the field of energy projected by an enlightened master, an ascended being, a highly actualized and realized person. This is exactly why when you just come into the presence of, let's say, the Dalai Lama or any other enlightened master, you can feel physically, palpably, you can feel the energy of that person. You enter the monastery where the Dalai Lama is staying, you just walk into the place and you will feel his presence beyond where he is seated. You just feel of energy just takes over the entire place. When you watch him, exactly like the top that doesn't fall down and doesn't move about, shaking about, that is exactly how you will find the enlightened person very calm, very quiet, in his space, not running about doing different things helter skelter, right? Usually, you will see if you were to do things for global peace, like the Dalai Lama works for global peace. He doesn't go about faxing, emailing, very busy running about his day. You will see him as a very calm person, but still, his field of influence is projected beyond him, and he can still affect a whole lot of processes and things beyond his physical space through this auric field, which is expanded and which has integrity. Right? So an enlightened person is like a luminous body, right? A body which can exude light, has light of its own. It can spread and give light to others. So the enlightened master's energy is like that. When you come into that space of the enlightened master, you will suddenly feel re-energized. You will feel full of energy yourself. Your auric field expands just by coming into the space of the auric field of an enlightened master. So an enlightened master is like a source of light himself. He knows how to not get influenced and dented by life's occurrences. He knows how to keep his energy field intact so that negative influences don't enter and cause dents and damage to his being. And even if it does, he knows ways and methods to correct this energy, protect it around him, right? Whereas a person, which I spoke of, a person who is self-realized but not really understanding, doesn't have a great understanding of how to work with energy, okay, is like a body, it's not a self-luminous body, but a body that can reflect light. So these kind of people tend to go more to people, gravitate more to people who are high energy, so that they can also shine in their energy, and avoid those people with low energy so that they don't get dented, by their energies, right? So they try and manage themselves by staying away from negative influences and negative occurrences in life, and keeping themselves cleansed and pure in their thinking so they can protect their aura. So they are not self-illuminating creatures. They do not create energy from within and spread it like the enlightened masters. On the other hand, they can shine off the energy that is, reflected. They can reflect off the energy which is around in this space. Then there is this person who is completely unaware of the spiritual aspect, dimension of life, and they are going about their lives not knowing that they carry an aura. They are severely sometimes damaged, and they are causing problems to other people because they don't know how to manage their own, and they are sometimes becoming what we call as the energy vampire, right? They're constantly seeking someone else so they can rob, or they can take in energy from there so that they feel a little better. A classic example could be that of a person who is, let's say, very obsessed, and he would try and put the other person down because he lacks self-confidence. To feel stronger, bigger than the other person, he would put the other person down physically by speaking such or by behaving such, by robbing that energy from that person, making him feel weaker, smaller, and taking that energy from the other person, which is what is an energy vampire. So I've just spoken to you very quickly about how the energy field around a normal, unaware human being is like, a person who is on his path towards awareness, what is their energy like, and the energy of a person who is fully realized. Well, in my next video, I'm going to talk about how you can work at enhancing your auric field like that of a master spiritual person who has this energy about him which is strong, intact, and full of integrity. So if you like my videos, please do like, share, subscribe to the channel by clicking on the bell icon so you get notified on my next videos on similar topics that are going to be coming up. I will see you soon. Till then, have a wonderful time.